welcome back to my channel. For those of you who do not know, I am Allie, and today's video is going to be a TBR jar. I have some physical books and some Kindle books. The reason why you're going to start seeing some more physical books in my life is because if you saw my vision board, I set the intention and the goal of practicing a Sabbath every single Saturday. And now I prefer to read on my Kindle, and I love my Kindle because it's easier and I can take it with me to and from places. But I know me, and if I have the option to scroll on a Saturday, I'm going to scroll on a Saturday. So this allows me to just not really look at my phone, and that is kind of the goal for 2026. So let's jump right into it. So we have our first prompt here, which is a book with time travel, and I actually have the perfect book, and it actually is the first physical book in my pile, which is In 5 Years by Rebecca Surreal. I picked this up at Target. I liked the cover, that was part of it, and then I looked at the synopsis that they have, and I was like, ooh, this sounds really, really interesting and something that I would read because it is a romance. So it says, in the modern classic, In 5 Years, a novel that's more than just a love story. Danny, an ambitious lawyer, just nailed the most important job interview of her career. Accepted her boyfriend's marriage proposal, but that night she wakes up in a different apartment with a different man 5 years in the future. When she returns to her present an hour later, Danny must consider how the future she saw is different from one that she is planning, and whether what she thinks she wants is really what she needs. So that is the first prompt in the first book. Oh, and I forgot to say we're picking 6. So I don't know what else is in here. A book in your least read format. I was actually just gifted a book. Let me go to my Amazon. See if it'll let me see what book I was gifted from here. From my computer. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Hold on, you guys. I'm back, and the book is actually fantasy. It was gifted to me, and it's the 5th season. So that is the book for your least read format. And a book from your favorite genre. A book from my favorite genre. I prefer romance. And honestly, what I want to read, I already know what I want to read off the top of my head. Because I never got read last year. So let me see where it is. I forget what the title of the book is, so I'm looking for it. And it was one of my favorite books that I read, the first book last year. So I'm talking about the When in Rome series. It's technically a series, but not really a series. Because it is, but it isn't. And that would be Practice Makes Perfect, is the book from my favorite genre. Because I loved When in Rome, so I want to read Practice Makes Perfect. So okay, let's pick the next prompt. This doesn't shake very well, but it is what it is. A psychological thriller. I don't know if I have anything. I have my Goodreads up, you guys. That was the other thing too. That was the other thing that I forgot to say is that I have. Okay, so I do have one on there. I'm fixing my hair, guys. Sorry, it's bothering me right now. It always bothers me when I'm doing something. Am I the only one? So I do have like a few psychological thrillers. And they're all Frida McFadden books. And there's one Holly Hoover book. The reason why I'm apprehensive to do Frida McFadden is because I read The Teacher this year and I did not like it. And I don't know if it's because I work in education where I was like, oh my God, I can't do this. So I think I'm going to go with Vertify, which is by Colleen Hoover, which I know Colleen Hoover has like a lot of mixed reviews, but I'll just read you the synopsis. Bowen Ashley is struggling writer on the brink of financial ruin when she accepts a job offer of a lifetime. Jeremy Crawford, a husband of a best-selling author, Verified Crawford, has hired Lowen to complete the remaining books in a success series his injured wife is unable to finish. Lauren arrives at the Crawford home ready to sort through years of Variety's notes and outlines, hoping to find enough material to get her started when Lowen doesn't expect to uncover in the chaotic office is an unfinished autobiography. Verified never intended for anyone to read. Page after page of bone-chilling admissions, including Verified's recollection of what really happened the day her daughter died. Lowen decides to keep the manuscript hidden from Jeremy, knowing its contents would devastate the already grieving father. But as Lowen's feelings for Jeremy begin to intensify, she recognizes all the ways she could benefit if he were to read his wife's words. After all, no matter how devoted Jeremy is to his injured wife, a truth as horrifying will make it impossible for him to continue to love her. So I'm going to go with Verified by Colleen Hoover as my third book, I mean. Feel free to let me know in the comments below as well if you read any of these. So there is 3. We got 3 more to pick from. Hopefully, an author's sophomore, which is second book. I don't know if I have one of those. I don't know if I have one of those saved to my Goodreads. I don't know. See, a lot of books come up that, like, I don't really know. Is there nothing going on here? Let me make this easier, because I know me and I know that I cannot really, like, I know my preferred drama is, my preferred genre is really, romance. I want to, maybe, let's see, I got an idea. One of the book YouTubers that used to read, one of the book girls that I like watch on here, she usually does a lot of other stuff, usually does romance too. So I am curious if and she's been liking contemporary fiction, so I wonder, I think I read this one. Did I read this one? Let me click on it. Oh yeah, I definitely read that one. That one I did read, so I'm not gonna do that one. Okay, this is like not easy for me to find right now. For me, you know what? I got an idea. I wonder. If sorry guys, this is taking a little bit longer than planned. I apologize. That is not helpful. Okay, let me go back to what I was looking at. Ugh. Okay. Let me see. Okay. Let me see if this one's on here. No. I don't. The other one that I have is a thriller. I don't want to do 2 thrillers in a row. Okay. I don't know. What else do I have? Let's see what else I have. If I have anything else. Guys, I saved so many books that we're going to be like sitting here for a hot second. You know what? Let me look and then I'm going to come back. Okay, guys, I am back and I actually did find one and I've actually never read it. It was like super popular back when like YouTube was really popular because this is a YouTuber and it's been on my book for like ever, I feel like. So it is The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. I have actually never watched the movie either. Despite the tumor shrinking medical miracle that has brought her a few years, Hazel has never been anything but terminal. Her final chapter inscribed upon diagnosis, but when a gorgeous plot twist named August Waters suddenly appears at Cancer Kids Support Group, Hazel's story is about to be completely rewritten. So insightful. So it's definitely a book that like is gonna be sad, but we will do it. Fault in Ours. So we are at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, one more, ladies and gents. I have a prompt for you. Book with time skips. That's the only book I have with time skips. So that prompt is no use. See what else we got here. Second chance romance. I have a few of those, I feel like. I have a few of those. Because romance is my go-to genre. Oh, look at that. One popped up right away. I actually have two that popped up right away on my Goodreads, so we'll go with those two. Wait. Or do I have three? Wait, did I read that one? Wait, let me make sure that I did read that one because there's technically one at the top. Okay, Happy Place by Emily Henry. Harriet and Wen. I'm just reading the synopsis really quickly. I think I'm going to choose that one, but I want to see what the other one is because I feel like it's between those ones. Okay, so between Happy Place and Ever Summer After. You know what? Something is telling me to read Ever Summer After, so I'm going to read Every Summer After. It says, they say you can never go home again. And for personifer Frasier, ever since she made the biggest mistake of her life a decade ago, that has felt true. Instead of glittering summers on the lakeshore of her childhood, she spends them in a stylish apartment in the city, going out with friends and keeping everyone a safe distance from her heart. Until she receives the call that sends her back to Barry's Bay and into an orbit of Sam Fork, the man she never thought she'd have to live without. For 6 summers, through the hazy afternoons on the water and the warm summer nights, working in his family's restaurant, curling up together with books, medical textbooks for him, and work-in-progress horror short stories for her, Percy and Sam have been inseparable. Eventually, that friendship turned into a breathtaking more, and before it felt spectacularly apart. When Percy returns to the lake for Sam's mother's funeral, their connection is as undeniable as it had always been. But until Percy can confront the decisions she made and the years she spent punishing herself for them, they'll never know whether their love might be bigger than the biggest mistake of their past. Told over the course of 6 years and 1 weekend, Every Summer After is big. Sweeping nostalgic look at love and people and choices that mark us forever. So that is Every Summer After. So that is the Second Chance Romance. So we are going to recap for you guys. Okay, so for the first prompt, which was a book with time travel, we have In 5 Years. For the least read format, we have The Fifth Season, which was a book that was gifted to me that is fantasy. Then we had Psychological Thriller, which was Verified by Colleen Hoover. An author's book from favorite genre. Practice Makes Perfect. An author's sophomore album, we have Fault in Our Stars. And a Second Chance Romance, we have Every Summer After. So those are the 6 books that I plan on reading in the month of January. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give it a big thumbs up if you do. For now, subscribe, please subscribe, like me today, and I will see you all next time.